Two. Check it. Check it. 1, 2. It's already on. It's already on. Check, 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 check. That's 2 mic. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. They're both on. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check. 1, 2. There we go. There we go. Y'all got jokes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Who we got in the room today? Let me make sure this ain't too crazy today. What all right, let me mute that. Here we are. A little bit of a technical difficulty. Live from the lab with yours truly, qunique. Who we got in the room today? Of course, my brother Gorilla Strong started off with the super chats and the super stickers. I'm gonna take that as a Christmas card. You know when when your grandma would send you a little Christmas card with some money in it. That's how. Thank you, Gorilla Strong. Thank you all for being here. Flex, what's the deal? Nitty McNuggets, what's good? Bananas. Who else? We got Alyssa. We got Die Gray Sky, of course. Unicorn. Salute to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Yes, Wild Style. Wild Style with a Fever shirt on. I'm taking it way back, son. If you know anything about Disco Fever, the Disco Fever, hold up, my headphones, there we go. That sounds crisp. The Disco Fever, what's up, Nasty Ruckus? What's the deal? I don't think it's open anymore, but was an iconic club back in the day. It had survived. It made it all the way to the 90s. And fortunately for me, I got to perform there. Thank you, Bananas, for the Christmas card. I appreciate all the love with the super chats and the super stickers. Thank you so very much. Thank you, seriously. So the Fever was an iconic club. I remember in the movie Crush Groove, they were like, we're gonna rock at the Fever and all of that with the Fat Boys and all that. That's this club. It was in the Bronx, and man, I wish I have to put together a list of the people that had performed there. Of course, like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Sugar Hill Gang, and all the way to the Fat Boys and. Even yours truly, qunique. I got a chance to perform there with my group, the Nomads, in the 90s. And I'm been very fortunate and blessed to have not only performed at the Fever, which is an iconic club, especially when it comes to hip hop history, but I've also had the honor of performing at CBGB's, which is an iconic punk rock club that was in the Lower East Side, Manhattan. And, it's one of those things where you feel blessed. That was a crazy show. It was myself, Ill Bill, Slain, Jedi Mind Tricks. It was a crazy, crazy show at CBGB's. I wish I could fully remember who I performed with at the Disco Fever, but I know it was my group, the Nomads, and a lot of big MCs, Big L rock there, Lord Finesse, Dig It in the Crates. List goes on and on, man. I didn't see Big Pun at the Tunnel, Bananas. I saw Big Pun. I can't remember the name of the club. I was fortunate to get to see Big Pun for his album release party for Capital Punishment, and so he got on stage. He had that custom made leather like shirt, and it said Pun on the front. It was like red and white or some ill color. It was dope. It was dope, and I got a chance to witness that. On top of the fact that I got to see Big Pun premiere at the Rocksteady anniversary many moons ago. It was an amazing thing. I didn't even know what he looked like at the time. So when he came skipping, and I mean skipping, like he was skipping out onto the stage, which was amazing. And he just went in, hey, yo, it's all love, and love got a big nine. That the joint that he did with the Beat Nuts. So it was really dope to see that. So never let Diddy buy you a drink at the Tunnel. Nasty Ruckus. Coming with it. So happy holidays to everyone. We're gonna chill today. I don't have much of a book report today. I wasn't sure who was gonna show up, being that today is Christmas Eve, but I still wanted to, yes, off the books. I still wanted to come and hang with whoever's hanging. You know, you guys have been supporting me. This is episode, I believe, number 25, and you know, it's been for me a Christmas, somewhat of an early Christmas gift to have some of y'all that keep on showing up, from Bananas, Ruckus, my man Gorilla, Nitty, a few others, Andrea. Let me see who I could think of. Yeesh. There's a lot that come through. My man John Milburn, Mir Depp. A lot of people come through and just show so much love, and I really appreciate it. And you guys have been like a Christmas gift for me. Seriously, all jokes aside, man, I've been able to build my channel, and you guys are building it with me. So thank you so very much. It means a lot for me. Zip, Raquel, my man Flex. Happy holidays to everybody. And what I hope for is that I hope that above everything, that you just have a lot of love and happiness for the years ahead of you. That on top, you know, material things, they come and go, and that's all great and all of that. But what I really wish for all of us, a Christmas wish, if you may, is just a lot of love and a lot of happiness, a lot of health, and the rest we could just figure out. My man Nitty McNuggets. Nitty, I was involved in the battle rap scene in a different way. And what I mean by that is that during the Rocksteady anniversaries, once I got myself acclimated to what the anniversary was, I had asked Crazy Legs permission, and I was able to throw an MC battle every year during the Rocksteady anniversaries. I did it for a few years, and then once Fat Beats and everything kind of shifted, and the arsonist stuff took off and took me into a different direction, I stopped doing it. But I threw a few battles, and thank you for reminding me about that, because I have a couple of the battles on tape or whatever, and so I have to transfer them into an MP4 and get them up on YouTube. I've had, you know, members of Stronghold, I think Pumpkinhead, PH battled there, Immortal Technique battled in my battles, Breeze Everflowing, I said Stronghold, right? Yeah. Just a lot, AL Skills, a lot of people came through. What up, Eric? Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, my bass player from my band Mother Fuzz, Eric Leonhard. Everybody show that man love. An outstanding, not only just an outstanding bass player, but he's a hidden jewel. He's an outstanding guitar player and an all-around cool guy. So that's the deal. Joe Skies, what's the deal? Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, man. You know, I don't remember. I have to go through the tapes. I'm not sure if Apathy was in the battle, and I'm not Diabolic. I don't remember. So it's, you know, it was the 90s, and so it's hard for me to remember everyone, because like I do remember Breeze Everflowing. I do remember Sea Ray's Walls. I do remember Immortal Technique. But if Immortal Technique during that time did it, there's a good chance that Diabolic did it. But I don't. Once I go through the tapes and I put them up, I'm gonna do my best to get everybody's name and say who was in the battles and all of that. But you know, that's the deal, man. So thank you for that. That was a dope question, man. So by next year, I'll have a whole new, like, a lot of stuff up on YouTube, and you know, there's already a lot of cool stuff. If you go through my channel, I do have an early performance of the Nomads, where Ugg from the Cellar Dwellers, no, both Cellar Dwellers was on stage, and they were hosting, and so there's an early perform. Anyway, we don't have to get into all that, but you get the point. I'm going to be trying to get more and more footage up as we go on and stuff. Eric, what's the deal? Yes, I do have some gems, man. That's a dope, yo, Bananas. That is a dope lineup, man. I was just on Apathy's live show, his live show up on TikTok, and that was fun. So let's see. You never know, man. These days it feels like collabs are starting to dissolve, and I think what's happening. Lifelong was in the battle. I think Poison Pen was in the battles too. I'm definitely cool with Poison Pen. I was supposed to record with something with him too, man. I gotta get up. I gotta get up on my, get into my contacts and start reaching out. But at the same time, remember, I have this album coming out with my homie DJ Repmatic that produced all the beats, and we got a lot of good features, man. So get ready. And I'm working on a bunch of new stuff so that next year is just jam-packed with a lot of qunique music. More on the album side of that. This year, I did more singles, but next year we're gonna beef it up and just have a couple of albums, maybe from 2 to 3 possibly. Let's see how it all turns out and how everything unfolds. But there's definitely one that is getting mixed, one that's about to get, and 2 that I'm about to start working on. So thank you guys for all your input. I'm gonna look into a lot of the things that you're saying, man. That's pretty amazing. Have you ever passed on a beat that you regret? That is an amazing question. Let me think about it. No, for me, no. But what I can say is that there are joints that I did that are still have not been released that belong to other producers or rappers. Like for instance, and I'm gonna put it out there. Maybe I should. Let me hold on. Let me see, man. Maybe if the super chats kick up, if you guys are feeling some holiday cheer, you want to throw Q a couple of dollars or whatever on some grandma's Christmas card in the mail joint, then I might have to leak out some of the features that I've done on bigger artists that are still have not been released. So we'll see, man. And one of them is kind of really unique. So let's see, man. Yeah, that world famous Beat Junkies Volume 2 was dope, man, for real. Bananas, that would be dope for nonfiction. Let's see, man. We will see what's gonna happen, man. So War Porn Industries, that's a good one. Y'all got some dope ideas, man. In another life, y'all guys would have been dope A&Rs and dope label heads for like the real hip hop shit, for reals, man. Thank you, Gorilla. Yeah, I gave you a drop. I gave you one of these joints right here, man. No, one of these joints because I truly appreciate you. That's where I came up with the whole concept of, remember when grandma would put a little $5, $10, $20 in a card and mail it to you for Christmas? So, my mom still does that with my son. Just put a little 20, little $50 in the mail. Funny shit, man. Hey, yo, look what I dug up. One of those iconic stickers that I had. I had to throw this on there. This iconic cover, Mobb Deep, kidnapping Santa Claus. You got Havoc, Noid, and rest in peace, Prodigy. This shit is dope, right? Such a dope sticker. This is one of my double joints right here, man. This magazine was so dope on the go, man. Max Glazer and them, Espo. Dope magazine, man. I missed that one. All good, man. Press rewind, son. So, yo, I wanted to yo, Nitty, that would have been dope, man. That definitely would have been dope. I would have had fun on that. Yo, let me show you this real quick, man. Yo, some people forget. Now, here's something that I want to say. When it comes to Christmas movies, right? There's always a ton of Christmas movies, and full disclosure, just to be transparent, with y'all. You're going to be surprised by this. I never seen the movie Home Alone. I never seen that movie. And I never seen A Christmas Story. I never seen both of those movies. What it do, Jordan? What's the deal, son? Welcome. Holiday. So just to get that out on the table, I actually I haven't seen a lot of Christmas movies. I don't know. I never really been that guy. I lean more on the bah humbug side of Christmas at times, but it's all good. I'm still here to spread cheer, man. You guys are putting me in the Christmas spirit, so it's all good. You know what I mean? So check this out. So people have said that Home Alone is a Christmas movie. I don't know. Machiavelli, what's the deal? I don't know because I never seen the movie, but I've been told it is a Christmas movie. Eric, yes. I know they're classics, but I never seen them. I'm sorry. And it's been said that Die Hard, the movie Die Hard, Bruce Willis, is also a Christmas movie. Now I saw that movie, but I didn't really recognize it as a Christmas movie like everybody else did, but now I get it. It's a Christmas movie. So what I want to say, what I want to add to that is the movie Beach Street. The movie Beach Street is a Christmas movie. We must all agree to this. We must all campaign this. This movie needs to be played every Christmas. The reason why I say that is because the Santa Claus rap is in there. Everybody knows that that's an iconic scene in the movie. It takes place during Christmas, the whole movie. The Santa Claus rap with the Treacherous Three and Dougie Fresh, iconic scene. Obviously, you're looking at the Merry Christmas train. There's a scene where they're all walking and the train passes up in I guess they're in the South Bronx or something. And he goes, "Merry Christmas, New York." And so, you know, to me, we have to agree. There you go, Eric. You know the deal, son. That's what's up. Bad Santa's the shit. That's my kind of Christmas movie. But we have to add Beach Street to the list of Christmas movies. That's how I feel about that. Beach Street is a Christmas movie. It's a hip-hop Christmas movie. Thank you, Gorilla Strong. You get the deal. There you go, Eric. You know the deal. You know the deal. Beach Street, including my big brother Crazy Legs in the movie. So it's a double like plug, man. You know what I mean? Beach Street, Merry Christmas, New York, baby. I mean, think about it. They fight in the snow. Yo, the lights, everything. It's to me, I might make the argument that Beach Street is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm just saying. Oh my God. A little pause. So we're gonna do some Jingle Jangle. Oh snap! I forgot about that joint. Who did that? Jingle Jangle. Was that that was damn it. I know the name. Help me out here. That'll be dope, Joe. That'll be Joe Skies. Let's work on that. Let's work on that. Hey yo, so real quick, I want to let y'all know. I hate to do merch plugs on a holiday, but it just happened today. I just came across this, and the Legion, that's right. Thank you, Machiavelli. That's right. That's right. I have a funny story about the Legion. Not funny, ha, but funny that I got my wires crossed and how the man from Mr. Bongo in London acted when I got my wires crossed. But anyway, so for those that keep on asking me about different parts of vinyl, this vinyl right now is for sale on qunique.com, q-unique.com. Now, what's crazy about this vinyl, it's a very limited 7-inch. There's only 2 copies. There's only 2 copies. I'm being totally honest. This is my copy. This is going to be framed. So what's special about this vinyl is that it's me with Capadonna from Wu-Tang and the members of the band Taking Back Sunday. Mark O'Connell on drums, Adam Lazzara singing the hook, and John Nolan on bass. And DJ Eclipse on cuts. So it's me and Capadonna. The name of the song is called Verrazano Villains. It's got the vocal mix, excuse me, and the instrumental. And there's only 2 copies left. So if you wanna cop it now or wait till after the holidays, all go with me. It's already cataloged on the website. And that's the deal with this song right there. So that's the Verrazano Villains, qunique and Capadonna. This actually did pretty good, you know, on anyway, never mind. It was fun to do. It's fun to do. Some emo, but it's not emo. It's straight up like me and Cap just spitting bars over a boom bap beat, and homie from Take It Back Sunday sang on it. Like it's not rock. It's straight hip hop. It's just that the dude that produced it, Mark O'Connell, who was the drummer for Take It Back Sunday, he and I were working on some hip hop together. It kind of fell through. It didn't work out in the end, but we got that single out. We got 2 singles out before we kind of like closed shop, but that's one of the singles that came out. And he also, that dude Mark O'Connell, along with Daniel Wallace, an incredible producer from out of Long Island, they produced Broken Man. One of my songs also is called Broken Man. So if you heard that beat, same producer, Daniel Wallace, along with Mark O'Connell, produced that Verrazano Villains joint. So that's for sale on Q, but there's only 2 copies. That's all I could find. 2 extra copies. That's the deal with that. So, getting back to my holiday cheer. So, man, I was supposed to do this. Hey, yo, Stutters, do you have my phone, son? Y'all got gummies? Y'all got some holiday gummies going on? You got my phone? I want to see if I could do it. So, I'm going to my phone because what I did was I put together a holiday playlist on YouTube, but I didn't make it public. I made the mistake before I went on the air. And so I want to see if I could do it from here. Let me see. Play. Nope, that's posts. All right, here we go. Boom. Edit. Boom, I made it public. So I have this holiday playlist. I'm gonna tell you what's on the holiday. I'm reading it right now off my phone. We got Korn, my boys from Korn. MC Too Tall, what's the deal? My man John, son. You feel like Bill Cosby? Okay, so I'm gonna read this off. I made this little holiday playlist. So I started off with my homies from Korn. They covered the song Kidnap the Santa Claus, of course, from Nightmare Before Christmas. Then I got Rob Halford, the legend Rob Halford, doing We Three Kings. I got Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis on there. Cutmaster DC, The Night Before. Alice Cooper singing Santa Claus. August Burns Red, doing The Carol of the Bells. Curtis Blow doing Christmas rapping. Kiss singing White Christmas. The Ramones singing Merry Christmas. The Kinks singing Father Christmas. How Sean Price stole Christmas. Sean Price. And the Beach Street rap clip. The Beach Street rap song. What did I even call that? I don't even know. I got to look on the vinyl. But I put this little playlist together for whoever wants to check it out. I know the deal, Joe Scott. I put this little playlist, so go to the playlist section if you want to check this out. It's pretty cool. So that's the deal with that. Just getting into the holiday cheer of things. Slay Jack, no doubt. That's what's up, man. Sean P, rest in peace, Sean P. Where was we? Somebody asked me a question about something. Oh, I said I wasn't going to answer the question unless I saw, a little more action on the super chats. So whoever throws the next super chat, I'll throw you a feature of mine that has not been released. That's on a hard drive right now, and it's just sitting on a hard drive. That's for that's the next gift of the super chats. Gorilla Strong, I got you. You know I got you, son. So that's the deal with that, man. Well, let me get a little swig. Little swig. Y'all are faded, son. Yes. Jordan, much love to that. Shout out to my boy Pharaoh Monch, wherever he's at. Okay. So we discussed this last year, and no, excuse me, I'm tripping. We did not discuss this last year because I wasn't doing live feeds last year. I'm just trying to get to this next thing that I saw posted. Here we go. Let's go to this. Boom. Okay. So Nas, Bananas. Okay, I see where you're going with this, son. Okay, so Bananas gets one of the features. What up, Machiavelli? Bananas gets one of the features right here. So Bananas, one of the features that I did that has not been released yet. Aside, I'm gonna start it off soft. So aside from the work I did on one album, there's a joint on Muggs from Cypress Hill, Muggs Soul Assassin. There's a joint on his hard drive that's me. There's two joints. There's one with me and Sick Jackin', and then there's another one with me and Ill Bill. Not the one that came out on Ill Bill versus, Kill Devil Hills, Muggs versus Ill Bill. Not that one. That's Giant Stadium. That's been released. There's another, so there's two joints on Muggs's hard drive that haven't been released yet. So that's the deal. That's the first feature I'm gonna, thank you for that. So that's one. But Muggs did put out the Giant Stadium joint on Ill Bill's album. So that's one of three. So the next super chat gets my next, I'll say the next feature on the next super chat, super stickers. That's the deal. Kill Devil Hills is an amazing album. I love the Kill Devil Hills joint. I love the Sick Jackin' versus Muggs joint, and I love the Jizza versus Muggs joint. Those three albums is just they're amazing albums, man, for real. Bananas, I don't know. In this business, I think like any business, and it's something to even imagine. What's crazy is as artists, we record a lot, right? Like if you're a disciplined artist, you'll record a lot of stuff. And Eric, my homie Eric, who's in the live feed, he could attest to this. And what happens is you amass so many songs that you kind of like, you don't release everything. And so sometimes you just end up holding songs. Some songs don't get released. Some songs you come across it years later, you rework it, you probably delete the feature. There's so many weird variables when you do these things. And so, it's one of those things where I can't even explain it, but there's a lot of music that I've done through the years that I just either didn't get released, whether I didn't release it or the person I work with didn't release it. It's fascinating, man, and sometimes it sucks, but you get so used to it after doing something like this for years that it is what it is, right? So that's the deal with that. The Riggs versus Muggs, I haven't heard that one. I have to check that out, Nitty. Thank you for that recommendation. I'll definitely will check that out. So I'm trying to read your comments. Pardon me, I got a little stuck, just making sure I see everything that I'm looking at. What I was going to get at was a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about album of the year, and then Nas did a post. And I want to go through Nas's albums with y'all real quick. Not on a, no bashing it. You know me, I'm all peace. So Light Years, we got the De La Cabin in the Sky joint, the Big L joint, Infinite with Mobb Deep, Supreme Clientele 2, Ghostface, um, Raekwon's joint and the Slick Rick joint. And my God, first I want to say that's 7 albums, right? I didn't even peep it. Because remember, y'all, I told y'all I was working on a 7 series about a couple of years ago. So when I saw that, I was like, damn it, Nas, you're so amazing. So he dropped 7 albums. That's the God number. And what Nas did, no one else has done. For an MC to step up, a made man, and gather these other icons and legends and get them all to drop an album within a year. 7 albums in a year. 7. He dropped 7. He dropped 7 albums in a year. Not that he rapped. He definitely got a verse on everybody's joint, but he dropped 7 albums in a year. That's amazing. And I got to tip my hat to him, man, because it's one of those things where you always imagine that, or for me, you always wish that somebody steps up and rises to the occasion and does something like that for whatever genre of music you like or love. It would have been even more incredible if I was included, right, on one of the 7, but I'm not on that tier, so I respect that. I'm not delusional. But it's just amazing to see somebody step up like that and just gather these people and drop these albums, man. Whether you love it or hate it, it's not even up for debate. I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to do top 5, top 10, or whatever. I tell you what's my favorite, and we keep it moving. But my goodness, man, and it's such an example of exactly Too Tall, and that's my point. And that's my point, is that he got mass appeal, right? And I said this before, he gets mass appeal, he drops documentaries that are based on hip hop or hip hop based documentaries, and then he drops his own Magic and King's Disease collections, and then he does this, and you're just like, holy shit, man! Like, this is amazing. Like, he's doing what a lot of us should aspire to be doing. Merry Christmas, New D. I'm saying, I know I'm saying your name wrong, man. So you gotta. I apologize to you. New D. I don't know why I seen your name before and I messed it up. Me and Deb, what's the deal? I apologize, exactly. What's up, John Milburn? Happy holidays to everybody, for real, for real, for real, for real. So I just want to highlight, Martin, what's the deal, son? I just want to highlight that, man. Edwin, there you go. It's backwards. That's what it was. Thank you. I'm going to keep that in my brain the best I could. My man, Playing Dead, son. I know who you are, son. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my man Sam from the band Playing Dead, an amazing band, an amazing human being. So give that boy a shout out right there. Thank you, MC Too Tall. And that's what I was getting at. You know, it's one of those things where so many people probably a lot of these people have the chance to do this. And look, man, I'm not criticizing anybody for not doing it. You know, somebody has to set it off. Now, what I hope is that Nas sets an example, and then you slowly start to see people follow, right? It'd be amazing if Jay-Z did something like that. It'd be amazing to see Lil Wayne do something like that. It'd be amazing to see Snoop do something like that, you know? But let's see, you know? It's just, I just, again, want to give him flowers, along with what I think is, I think the album of the year, and this is no disrespect to any of the albums I mentioned. I think all the albums are great. My favorite album of the year is easily the Clips album. It's just, it's my favorite album. I just don't have to explain it. I do love the Light Years. I love the Nas and Primo album. I do. I personally do. Actually like everything Nas released. I do. I didn't have a problem with anything. I guess because sometimes people and not you people, us, all of us, sometimes we get caught up in comparisons, correct? And so the problem that I see is that anticipation could destroy anything. So if you're listening to Nas's Illmatic and then you hear Nas is going to release an album with Primo, the mistake that we all make is that we're anticipating in another Illmatic. Mistake. Number one, it's a mistake because Primo isn't the only producer on Illmatic. That's mistake number one. It's a conglomerate of great producers. It's Q-Tip, it's Primo, it's Pete Rock, it's LES, it's Large Professor. It's like, and so you're not going to get another Illmatic. And then it's the circumstances that surrounded Illmatic that made Illmatic. Where Nas lived. Nas doesn't live in the Queensbridge projects anymore. He's not 21 anymore. He's not 21 anymore. He's not coming up in the 90s hip hop scene as a fresh young kid anymore. This is different. And so that's why for me, what I did with the new Light Years album, I kind of marinated on it. It was a slow, like gradual listen of, repeating it and going back and checking bars and listening in production and having my moments of, yeah, that's dope. So that's how I feel about that. And so that's my 2 cents on everything Nas did. And God bless Nas for that move, for real. Thank you, Jordan. Exactly. Did I ever do business with M80? No, I did not. I'm not even sure if I met him, but I don't know, homie. How come I didn't appear on The Future Is Now? I don't know. And it's the same, like Nonfiction didn't appear on As the World Burns. But at that time, I think, if I have to think about it, I think that Arsonists, Nonfiction in particular, we were looking to lay our own groundwork with not a lot of outside help. Plus, both crews have already a lot of MCs. Arsonist had 5, Nonfiction had 3. So there's already covering a lot of real estate. So those are probably the very simple reasons why it didn't happen. I mean, we did 14 years of rap together. And for me, I've been fortunate that I've recorded with all of them countless times. So, but that's my take on the possibility of what could have happened. Exactly, Too Tall. That's the deal. Yep. Thank you, Playing Dead Sam. Thank you, man. 14 years of rap is, and I say this out of respect, because I respect the OGs and the legends. That's our scenario. Like Tribe Called Quest, the Leaders in the New School had scenario. I look at 14 years of rap of our scenario, of our era, of our circle of hip hop. You know what I mean? So yep. Brenton, what's going on? Rock Raider and the X-Men. Oh, that's right. Thank you for that, man. That's dope, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. So yeah, man, just talking about Nas and just really feeling what he did. And ultimately, I hope that I get blessed with an opportunity, because I was daydreaming about it. When I saw what Nas was doing, I was daydreaming about it. I was like, man, if I had the means, because it takes a lot. If I had, or if I run into the means of gathering Nonfiction, juggernauts, Natural Elements, Dilated, visionaries, and did what Nas did, that shit would be incredible, man. You know, like roll it out, have a place for everybody to put out their album. Like he has mass appeal. Like that would be sick, man. So you know, let's see if it gets built, man. Let's see if it gets built. Nitty, I think Necro is still an amazing producer. You know, I think he still is. I think that it's like what MC Too Tall said. I think people evolve and they find different paths that they want to take. But I don't think that something like that would ever leave him. He's very disciplined when it comes to his production. He's a beast. He's one of the best beat makers that we all are aware of, right? So it's like I don't think he'll ever lose that. He has that ear. He's been doing it for decades. So you know that's the deal with that. Bananas, yes. Slug is a homie. And I didn't really get to talk too much. Slug, I built with him. We've done shows, Arsonist and Atmosphere, back in the '90s, you know. So we've had those moments, and I even sold the first Atmosphere single out of Fat Beats back in the '90s too. So it was, you know, he's a cool dude, man. That whole Rhyme Sayers, Jay Bird, and all of them. Salute to them. They're awesome people, man. So that's the deal with that. Matt, what's going on? Thank you. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, I think one of these was sold already. I'm not sure. I got to check. But there might be just one more left. This is a 7-inch limited. There's only one copy left. qunique, Capadonna, Verrazano Villains. Got a grip of featured artists on the track. It's me and Capadonna trading bars on a hip-hop beat. Before I read the rest of the features, it's the members of Taking Back Sunday, Adam Lazzara, John Nolan, and Mark O'Connell, also produced by Daniel Wallace. So there's only one left at qunique.com, q-unique.com. That's the deal with that. Boom, boom, bow. Let me see what we got. I'm reading your comments as fast as I can. Gorilla, that's the dope one right there, man. Nitty, do you have a relationship with Sage? Yes, I do, Nitty. He's a homie, man. Actually, I've been rocking some of the Strange Famous joints. He sent me a care package. I got a Strange Famous coat and shirts and sweaters. Is dope, and he's dope, man. I got a lot of love for Sage and everything he does. All of them homies, man, for reals. Let me see. MC2 Target version Kid Capri Sun. That's a crazy one, MC212, but the version of Kid Capri's soundtrack. That would have been crazy, but you know, Eclipse, he moves. Ain't nobody telling Eclipse what to do. That dude moves to his own speed, brother. Sage, yes. Sage is dope, man. I got a lot of love for that kid. What I love about Sage is how real he is about who he is. And I think when you're a recording artist, and some of the recording artists in the room could agree, it's sometimes when you're facing the public, it could get, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. As artists, sometimes it's tricky, the balance of fully being yourself and then being this person, this character that you created, you know. And for me, I'm finally getting into this place, especially since we've been doing these live feeds weekly. You get more and more comfortable with the people in the room, and so you start to step a little bit out of being stuck in your character and being a little more human. Obviously, I don't put everything out there. I like my personal life to remain personal, but my behavior towards y'all is as close to authentic as I possibly can get it. And so this is definitely helping me to be more like a Sage Francis or a lot of these dudes that are a little more comfortable with you know, putting themselves out there like that. You know, dudes like my man Esso from Czarface and Esoteric, and like he's about being himself. He'll show his comic books and his action figures and, you know, run with his dog and just being a good human being. And I salute him for that. That's, to me, I'll be real with y'all. I kind of struggle with it at times, but I'm doing my best because you guys are making me feel more comfortable with that. So thank you guys for being so cool. I appreciate it, man. I never got to rock with KA, man. Nitty, I never got, I'm sure I met him, but I never got to rock with him, unfortunately. Yep. MC Broadcast? No, I'm sorry. I never heard of him. Stay strong, Nitty. Stay strong. Stay strong, brother. You got, you know. But I never, oh, I know what you're saying, Nitty. Sorry. I kind of read that wrong. All right. Yeah, so KA, I never, thank you, John Milburn. I never got to rock with KA. I wish I did. There's a lot of MCs that I want to rock with. It's just now, like we were talking earlier about features and if I had any features out there and all of that stuff. And there are a lot of features that either I tried to put together and it just didn't happen. Idea was in one of my rap battles, man. Thank you for bringing that up, man. I know, Nitty, I goofed that. I thought you was like, you know, having a moment. I'm sorry. Idea is another MC that it's crazy because he won the HBO battle and then came to my battle and won that at the Rocksteady battle. So Idea was a beast. Rest in peace, Idea. He was a good dude. He was another dude, multi-genre. He was doing rock and hip hop. So rest in peace to Idea. He was a beast. He was a beast on the mic for sure, man. For sure. No, he doesn't get talked about enough, man. He was dope. He was dope, man. And my audience got it. I come off and there you go, Too Tall. You know the deal. You know the deal, man. You know the deal. Let me pause again for little station identification. Y'all know the deal. You know how Q does this, son. Let me make sure it's all working. Damn, son. I gotta get my man Stutter's gotta help me at one point. Let me get this right. Oh, okay. I see what I'm doing here. Ah, man. I think I got it. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, so let's switch it up again. Another shameless merch plug. Y'all know that. So remember, the qunique tag shirts are now available at qunique.com. Rock, what's up, son? So the qunique tag shirts still available at qunique.com. We got the qunique posters, 2 for $10. They come signed and in a poster roll, no creases, all good, all love. There's the Vengeance poster, the qunique tag shirt with yours truly rocking one. There's the Between Heaven and Hell poster. And that's it for that. Boom, let's come back here. I got to get better with my desk. You know, copyright is dope. Copyright is dope. I think apathy is dope. I think self-tied. All of these people that we're talking about, including my homies Esoteric, Rascass, Ill Bill, Vinny Paz, Outer Space homies, everybody that we're talking about are disciplined bar spitters. So I salute all of them. Marv One, you know, like it just goes on and on and on. And I got a lot of love for them and a lot of respect for them. So that's the deal with that. Jackie Motzma. I have to check that one. I don't remember, man. Soul on Ice is an iconic album, and Rascass is a beast. And geez, man, you know what I mean? Like, Craziness. He is slept on. He is slept on. You know what? It's either, there's so many ways to look at that, right? It's dope that you made that comment because it's either Spooky Sammy, it is what it is, man. It's a fresh brim, man. It's wild style. Fresh brim. Thank you, Spooky Sammy. FBA. Hold up. Let me get to the one thing I was saying about being slept on because I hear that phrase a lot. It's been attached to my name. It's been attached to a lot of names. Sometimes I look at it like from different perspective. It's either we're slept on or we haven't been invited to the table, or we haven't made our ways to the table, or we just don't have the team to get us. Because there's so, like, what people don't realize, it's just not the listeners. It's just not the listeners, man. It's a combination. It's listeners, it's your team, it's your strategy, it's so many things, it's your budget, it's so many things that come to play when somebody hears your shit. Case in point, the Arsonist album is one of the best albums that I put out as far as having that attention because we were signed with a staff at Matador Records and they did an incredible job and we were on tour and there's so many variables. We were on MTV News. We were everywhere. And we had ads in magazines. They did ads for us in the trains. We had full like posters on trains and all of that. Like it's not just slept. It could be a part of it, but there's a lot of variables, man. And why do you think whether it's me, whether it's my homie Sam from Playing Dead, whether it's Apathy, whether it's whoever, why do you think we're doing everything that we can to get your attention? And in these cases, get these donations. It's not, I'm not taking your donation and buying a fucking pair of Dunks. I'm taking your donation and investing it into qunique to make things happen because you people love what I do. So I take that donation with the love and put it in. And it allows me to get my songs properly mixed by Scott Stallone. It allows me to, do other promotional strategies and things of that nature. It allows me to get merch done. It allows so many things. And even though it feels kind of awkward because it's new for a lot of us to have a super chat, a super sticker, people donating and doing all, this is all new. But it's part of the process. So I respect the process. I respect the game, whether it's dope or not, because I play the game. And this is a part of it.